Welcome to Global Weekly News, serial number 55. Comrades and friends, first we are going to see Israeli attacks on Palestine. Israeli government and Israeli judiciary are treating Israeli criminals and Palestinian criminals in a discriminatory manner. Israeli criminal, even if he commits murder, he will be released by Israel's court as not accused. Ayed al-Halak, 32-year-old Palestinian youth affected by autism while going to school, was shot dead by Israel border police officer on 30th May 2020. On 6th July 2023, Israel's court released the police officer as innocent and acted only in self-defense. That is what the court observed. Even the Human Rights Council of Israel condemned the judgment. On 3rd July, Israelis defense forces launched an attack on Jenin, a town in West Bank where Palestinian refugees live. In their military operation, large Israeli forces, intelligence personnel, military, police, border special police officers, armored vehicles, missiles, drones are involved. There were more than 1,000 troops and 150 armored vehicles. Palestinians went on general strike on 4th July, condemning Israel's occupation forces. The Palestinian refugees in Jenin's iconic place, the Freedom Theater, were attacked. Al-Aqsa Mosque in Palestine was also attacked. The resistance of the Palestinians will continue till they achieve victory, till they achieve their motherland. Let us raise our voice against Israel's genocide. Second, we are going to see how elections are results are stayed in Guatemala. On 25th June, elections for the post of president, vice president, members of parliament, legislature, mayor, and councillors of so many municipalities in Central American country Guatemala were held. Since none got 50% votes in the first round of elections for the president, second round of elections for the president will take place on 20th August. 10 parties did not accept the election results, and hence the electoral court passed a stay order for 15 days for certifying the results. Parties alleged fraud in counting of votes. Guatemala election observers, United Nations, Organization of American States, US, England, and European Union told Guatemala Electoral Court to accept the election results as elections were free and fair without any fraud. 10 parties which opposed the election verdict are all rightist parties which enjoyed power in the past. Third item, we are going to see the Ukraine war, how dangerous the situation is getting. Recently, German parliament discussed about admitting Ukraine as a NATO member. Veteran journalist Vijay Prasad heard the arguments for 2 hours in the German parliament. Social Democratic Party MPs in power in alliance with the Green Party and Free Independent Liberal Party spoke in favor of Ukraine joining NATO. Christian Democratic Party, though hesitant, supported Ukraine joining NATO. The rightist alliance's ADF party MPs spoke in favor of this and emphasized that Germany shall spend 2% additional military expenses in support of Ukraine. Only the left party MPs opposed Ukraine joining NATO. Left MPs remembered the wars and aggressions by NATO on Yugoslavia and Afghanistan. NATO summit is taking place on July 11-12 in Lithuania. NATO summit in 2022 assured that weapons, including nuclear weapons, shall be sent to Ukraine. A shocking decision indeed. A decision like this may be taken in 2023 summit also. Nuclear war will result in total destruction. Nobody can be victorious in this war. NATO summit in Lithuania may take a decision to the effect of NATO troops cross-bordering Ukraine, entering Ukraine in support of Ukraine instead of just supplying weapons to Ukraine. Already special forces of some NATO countries are in Ukraine battles. Ukrainian President Zelensky accused Russia of trying to attack its nuclear station in Zaporizhzhia. The former US ambassador to NATO, Yelo Dalda, a military strategist diplomat, wrote an article in the journal Politico. In the article, he has mentioned that if Russia attacks Ukraine's nuclear station, NATO troops shall directly enter Ukraine to fight against Russia. Sweden has applied for NATO membership. As per NATO rules, if any new country wants to join NATO, all its members shall give their unanimous consent. Turkey, Hungary opposed the admission of Sweden in NATO. Since Sweden criticized Hungary in an unjust way, Hungary is objecting to entry of Sweden in NATO. Since Sweden is supporting Kurdish rebels and attacking Quran and Muslims, Turkey is objecting to entry of Sweden in NATO. On 1st June, Sweden updated anti-terrorism law and decided to expatriate Kurdish rebels from Sweden. However, the president of Turkey, Erdogan, is adamant and objecting to the entry of Sweden in NATO. Comrades, now we are going to see the SCO summit in Delhi. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, is an Eurasian political, economic and defense organization. Eurasia consists of Europe, Asia and the Middle East. SCO is the largest organization in terms of population and territory. 40% of world population is in SCO states. SCO countries contribute 20% of world GDP. When SCO was founded in 2001, the following were its members: China, India, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Pakistan. 9-member SCO held its online summit in Delhi on 3rd July. On 4th July, Delhi Declaration was released. The Delhi Declaration, signed by SCO members, declared Central Asia to be its core region and emphasized that resolution of the conflict in Afghanistan is significant for its security and stability. The New Delhi Declaration was adopted on 4th July after a virtual meeting of the leaders of the 9-member states of SCO. The declaration underlined the need for stronger and more effective international regimes and vowed to pledge to work for a more just, democratic and multipolar world order. The 23rd meeting of the Council of Heads of States was hosted by India virtually. Chinese President Xi Jinping, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the meeting along with leaders from Central Asian countries. Iran, which was inducted as a full member of the grouping on 4th July, was represented by Iran President Ibrahim Raisi. The meeting was also attended by Belarus and Mongolia, currently who are holding observer status. Belarus signed the Memorandum of Commitment on 4th July to join SCO as a full member. The New Delhi Declaration noted that given the rapid changes in global politics and technology and the complexities of ongoing conflicts and economic problems, it is necessary to have effective global institutions and new approaches to promote a more equitable and effective international cooperation. Speaking during the meeting, President Xi Jinping warned the member countries of external attempts to create a new Cold War or camp-based confrontation in our region. The member countries of SCO expressed the strong opposition strong opposition to economic protectionism and trade restrictions by some countries such as the United States. The WTO's agenda of free world trade has come under tremendous strain due to the trade war initiated by the United States against China. Most of the countries except India expressed their support for China's Belt and Road Initiative. They also agreed to gradually increase in mutual settlements by interested member states as a move towards ending their dependence on US dollar. They identified international drug trafficking and terrorism as the other major issues which need joint and concerted efforts by the SCO members. The declaration also called for the effective implementation of Iran nuclear deal. It pledged to promote cooperation among members in the field of peaceful use of atomic energy. In the international arena, the SCO and the BRICS Forum are the two principal vehicles to advance the aspirations of the global south. By being a strategic partner of United States, India is only weakening its own position. Modi's inaugural speech in the SCO meeting took a detour, wandering aimlessly through Venus and Mars, startups and innovation, traditional medicine, youth empowerment, digital inclusion, shared Buddhist heritage, emerging fuels, decarbonization in the transportation sector, and so on. Modi was speaking all this stuff. More and more countries, members of SAARC, example Maldives, Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, are finding SCO to be an alternative to the SAARC, which India is subjecting to slow death. The countries of West Asia, Bahrain, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt and Turkey, etc. are eagerly flocking to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Comrades, next we see European Union CELAC Summit. Third European Union CELAC Summit is going to take place in Brussels on July 17 to 18. 27 European countries are members of European Union. 33 Latin American and Caribbean countries are all members of CELAC. CELAC means the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States. EU CELAC was founded in 2010. Its headquarters is in Hamburg, Germany. OAS, Organization of American States, has 21 Latin American countries. Cuba was suspended from OAS in 1962. In 1959, Cuban Revolution took place. And in 1962, OAS suspended Cuba. CELAC is an alternative forum to Organization of American States. Cuba is a member of CELAC. When the rightist Jair Bolsonaro was the president of Brazil, Brazil withdrew from CELAC. Now after Lula got victory, a leftist president as the new president, Brazil rejoined CELAC. Third European Union CELAC Summit will discuss on economic cooperation and relations. Sixth, we are going to see British destroyers in South China Sea. In July 2021, Great Britain sent its naval ship Rani Elizabeth II to South China Sea. Now Britain has designed 83 destroyer, a modern warship. This warship can meet the threat of hypersonic missiles. This is alternative to Britain's 45 destroyer. This is comparable to China's warship 055 destroyer. Great Britain is trying to send as many warships to South China Sea as US is sending. In case China takes military intervention to merge Taiwan with mainland China, United States and British warships will attack China. So they are creating tension in South China Sea. Profits by big companies. Oxfam and ActionAid conducted a study jointly. They found out that the windfall profits of world's big 722 companies continue to be $1 trillion, that is 1 lakh crore dollar, that is rupees 82 lakh crores in the second year. By imposing a windfall tax on their profits, adequate revenue can be generated to ensure many social security schemes, eradicate poverty, hunger, and tackle the climate change more effectively. Lastly, we are going to see UPS workers, they gave strike notice. UPS is an American online trading company. Even during COVID-19 in 2020, when people died en masse, the UPS workers did their job of online delivery well. But fair wage revision is denied to them. 350,000 UPS workers will go on strike on 1st August. That's all this week, comrades. Global Weekly News 55 serial ends. See you next week. Lal Salam.